Hey y'all, progress has slowed a little bit on this Crossbow, but I do have a GPS soldered onto it now. That's right here. We're going to try this this Rush FPV just because it fits nicely on top of this canopy between these two standoffs that are screwed in to hold it together. So something kind of like this, kind of like that. So, oops, sorry. It's hard to do this while holding the phone. And my beautiful assistant has gone to bed because it's getting late. So you put toward the sky. And then this will go, let's see, not that way. I don't want the wires in view, but it'll go sideways, so it'll come off the side like that. And then I'll affix it on there with some glue, probably some hot glue. And so it'll be on top of everything, so it hopefully can get good satellites. And this is HD0, and I've got ELRS. And then let's plug it in and see. We're gonna use a smoke stopper to make sure that it doesn't blow up. I tried with 2S, and it's not really made for 2S, so I went and found my 3S that I'm gonna use with this. Let's put this right here, get it kind of lined up, and then push it in. So the way this smoke stopper works, at least, is it can quickly turn off the power to all these circuits if it senses a loop. So if you don't have one of these, what you can do is you can use a continuity tester and just touch the positive and negative leads of your battery. It's not quite as good because you still possibly could have something maybe, but if you have a direct short, you'll get continuity. Now it will beep for just a second as the capacitor, so see I have this capacitor right here. The capacitor bridges the positive and negative, so there is a air gap here. So as the capacitor is charging up, it kind of looks like AC, so it passes through the capacitor. So you do have a brief moment where there is a circle back to where you're testing from. But with this, you just push the button, and if your lights blink, come on, that's a good sign. My GPS light is on. And if I had my HD0 goggles, I could see if I had video from here. So that'll probably be what I do next. And then after I make sure I have video, that means my HD0 board is good. So then I will solder up my wires and program the motor directions, because unless let me turn this off. Because unless I do some kind of frame cutout by using this AIO that I have on here, I will end up with, actually I forgot what I'm gonna do. So this is kind of a novel idea maybe. I don't see a lot of builders use this idea. So notice how and I'm McShaky FPV, sorry about that, but notice how my USB port is halfway covered up by there. And these are so fragile already, these carbon spars. They're under tension, so there's no hardware really by default holding all this together. Now these motors do kind of hold it, but what you save in fragility is weight. So just imagine this dude tilted into the direction of travel, and you have a very low profile, right? Whereas most drones have kind of flat, kind of some big flat surface across the whole drone that's going into the wind, right? So it's like, ever stick your hand out of a window while you're going down the road? That's what this is. This is a hand. So by making the carbon flat and putting it vertical instead of horizontal like most drones, you end up with quite a bit of efficiency, I would think, but we'll see, right? So yeah, what was I going to tell you? Oh, so I'm going to put a my own little USB-C dongle off of there. So one cool thing about this flight controller, this JHE MCU controller, is I think it's on the bottom side. Let me just pull this out so you can see it, right? Why tease and not show you what I'm talking about? Is it on the bottom? Nope, it's not on the bottom. It's over here. Let me see. Let's zoom in. I know I saw it somewhere. I don't see it now. Oh, there it is. It is on the bottom. So those 4 solder pads, see, notice how it says, turn it to where it's right side up. It says USB. Right there. It says USB. So, because that says USB, let's go over here and somewhere in here is my USB. There they are. So check this out. So here are some USB-C pads with connectors on them. So I will be able to use my JST kit and make my own little dongle that will just kind of hang out there, and then when I need to program it, I can just plug in that one over there with the JST connector on it, and I'm good to go. And that way I don't have to worry about this USB. And so that's a good way to remote your USB if you have these pads. So that's something to look for when you go to buy a flight controller or all-in-one, is if you had Bluetooth, you could use the SpeedyBee app on your phone. If it doesn't have Bluetooth like this one, but has these pads and you have something blocking access, you can build your own connector so that it plugs in there and just kind of leaves itself dongle as like its own little dongle hanging out of the frame here. And then I'll probably like maybe tape it to the side. I don't know, glue it. I could glue it. I don't know. Glue I don't like, because you don't. One thing you don't want to do is like pull the whole flight controller in a direction. The reason we have these gummies on here is for isolation, and so you don't want something pulling it. So you want slack. That's why, everything that's connected here has extra wire on it so that it can move around and have some slack. So that's the update for tonight. I've got some stickers with McShaky FPV on them, and planning on having some kind of like idea to give away stickers. So if you have any ideas, let me know in the comments. Thanks a lot. Have a good night.